Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into something that is quite literally rewiring the future of AI. For a long time, we've been trying to force AI to be this one giant, do-it-all super tool. But that's changing. We're going to break down a totally new, game-changing approach called agent as a tool. And trust me, it is going to completely shift how you think about artificial intelligence.
Just imagine for a second, what if your AI wasn't just a solo worker grinding away at tasks, but actually stepped up to become a manager? Like a manager that could instantly hire its own team of specialized AI experts on the fly? Sounds a bit like sci-fi, right? Well, it's not. It's happening right now. We are witnessing this massive shift from AI acting as a lone wolf to AI actually assembling and leading a dynamic team.
So why the big shift? Well, it all comes down to a major bottleneck in traditional AI. There's this concept called tool-space interference. And hey, skip the fancy jargon, it basically just means brain overload. Think about it. If you handed a single human employee 100 different instruction manuals and said, hey, do all of this perfectly all at once, they'd absolutely panic, right? AI does the exact same thing. When we cram too many tools into one AI model, its context window gets bloated, it gets confused, and it starts making mistakes.
And that is exactly where Agent as a Tool swoops in to save the day. It's a brilliant paradigm shift. Instead of that one overworked employee trying to run the cash register, stock the shelves, and handle customer complaints all by themselves, we split it up. We introduce a store manager and a team of specialized staff. The main AI, it just plays the manager. It calmly delegates tasks, while the specialized AI staff roll up their sleeves and handle the actual grunt work.
Okay, let's dive into how this actually works behind the scenes. The secret sauce here is something called the agent bank. You can think of this as a highly secure waiting room, or like a vault, where all these incredibly smart, specialized AI staff are just hanging out, waiting for a job. When you give the manager AI a complex task, it doesn't try to do it itself. It just goes to the vault and calls up only the specific experts needed for that exact moment. Need a weather pro? Grab them. Need a finance whiz? Call them in. Let's walk through a real-world workflow to see this in action. Say you ask the system, hey, get me tomorrow's weather in Tokyo and the current dollar to yen exchange rates. The manager AI takes that request, but instead of scrambling to figure it out, it just says, okay, you two, weather expert, finance expert, you're up. Those specialized staff members then go off and do their jobs simultaneously. Once they're done, the manager takes their work, neatly packages it together, and hands the final result back to you. It's completely hands-off for the manager AI, which leaves its brain totally free to focus on high-level strategy. Now, if you're paying close attention, you're probably wondering something right about now. Wait, if I have a bunch of AI staff running around doing tasks on their own, what's stopping them from going totally rogue? Could they accidentally delete important files or leak sensitive data? And honestly, that is a completely valid fear. Handing the keys over to autonomous AI is a big step.
But you can breathe easy because this system has 3 absolutely crucial safety nets built right in. First up is dynamic injection. This just means staff are only called up when strictly needed. They literally cannot access anything outside their specific job. Second, we have a temporal sandbox. As soon as the task is done, the team is instantly disbanded and their memories are completely wiped clean, 0 leftover data. And the third, which is the big one, human in the loop. For any critical action, the AI is hard-coded to stop and ask you, the human, for permission.
And this brilliantly illustrates that exact safeguard in action. If the AI tries to, say, create a new spreadsheet in your Google Drive, it stops dead in its tracks. It explicitly asks for a yes or no from the user. It literally cannot move forward until a human types yes. This is what we call a zero-trust environment. The system inherently trusts absolutely nothing, which guarantees no unauthorized changes happen behind your back. So what does this all mean for actual day-to-day business efficiency? Let's go back to our weather and exchange rate example. If you gave that dual task to a traditional AI, it would try to juggle both sequentially, probably lose track of its thought process halfway through, and get entirely confused. But with Agent as a tool, your weather staff and your finance staff are working in parallel, simultaneously. The operational speed goes through the roof, and you get incredibly accurate results with absolute 0 confusion.
Now, for any developers tuning in, let's shift gears for a second. Why is this architecture such a massive leap forward compared to the old way of just dumping raw API endpoints into an AI? Well, it boils down to cognitive load. For the main orchestrator, the cognitive load drops to 0. Instead of forcing one AI to memorize a massive library of API documentation, you're just dropping fully trained, prepackaged expert agents into the mix. This gives you infinite scalability without any drop in performance. Adding a new tool is as safe and easy as just putting a new expert in the waiting room.
Let's take a quick peek behind the curtain to see how this builds out. You can see this pristine, precise routing of tasks from the manager to the temporary team. It's completely compartmentalized. Once the job is done, it triggers a clean garbage collection. The temporary team vanishes without a trace. It's this strict, zero-trust separation of duties that makes the whole setup so incredibly stable. Honestly, it's pretty much a dream come true for software architecture. So, to wrap things up, the days of handing a single AI 100 tools and watching it panic, those days are officially numbered. We are stepping into an era where AI can instantly, seamlessly assemble the perfect digital workforce on the fly. As this technology becomes the new normal, it leaves us with one really exciting question. When you can spin up a flawless on-demand digital team in seconds, how are you going to lead the business of tomorrow? Something to think about.